Hi, good evening, and I'd like to welcome you back to Poem Praise 2. I do thank you for tuning in. We are going to finish up chapter 3 with this take, which is take 15. So let's get right back into the book, okay? You ready? All right, let's do this. The black man has internalized the jokes and racial slurs about his proud, distinct, and different African facial features. This is also obviously the attitude of black men who use a tad of chemical hair straightener in his hair to create a slight curl or wave. He is still trying to emulate the looks and hair texture of the group he says are his oppressors. He does everything he can to look as much like them because he thinks it will make him more acceptable and allow him to blend in more. But he can never get very far from his actual skin color unless he is also unless he is so fair-skinned as to be able to pass for white. Some of them do that too. They want to be as far removed from their blackness as possible. While it is important to be able to speak the language used to communicate in America, the black man will adopt a European style of talking and tone of voice that on the telephone makes it impossible to determine whether he is white or black. While speaking this way in itself may be considered harmless, the problem lies in the black man not only copying the language, but mimicking the ideas, attitudes, and priorities of others. The use of specialized language, intonations of another race or nationality makes a black man take on an entire mental disguise to emulate others and become further removed from the complications of his own nationality. They use the language as a defense mechanism to deny their identity and to absorb other ones. As a final revelation regarding black men proudly wearing name brand and designer sneakers, while walking around claiming they are trying to reclaim their African culture, the word Nike is defined as the name of the winged goddess of victory in Greek mythology. It is doubtful that any black man or black teenage male in America knows that the white woman named Nike, who they honor and represent by wearing sneakers, caps, sweatsuits, socks, and other items, is not representative of African or any other non-white culture. Much of what the black man says, wears, does, or supports is in direct contradiction to his verbal expression of being a true black man, or his attempts to reconnect to his pre-slavery legacy. The black man should investigate all of the labels, words, on the clothing he wears so that he will understand how confusing he appears to intelligent people. He should not wear signs or symbols which are alien to his blackness. His clothes do not have to have a name on them at all to serve the purpose of covering the body neatly. Black men are drawn to garments with names on them because it gives them an identity. He knows nothing about the company he supports with this patronage, which is money. That's in parentheses. That completes chapter 3. Now we're in chapter 4. And I'm going to just show you this real quick. It says, questions for everybody. And the questions read as such. Now these are for everybody. Do you lie most of the time? Do you know why you lie? Can you talk without cursing? Do you curse in front of elders? Do you curse in front of your children? Do you consider yourself intelligent? Why? Yeah, that was kind of like a double question. Chapter 4, Communications. The oral communications from the black man are a topic of concerned study, mostly involving attempts to decipher exactly what it is he is trying to say and what his point in saying it. Complicating this issue are charges from his woman that he is not open enough about his feelings, thoughts, and ideas. Many of them, even those who are married, rarely venture out verbally to express themselves, and some hardly talk at all. And if they do talk, they confine their comments to detached external issues unrelated to his personal feelings or conclusions. When they do attempt to make a communicative contribution or explain how they interpret a particular subject, they are met with criticism or rejection. This is based on some of their illusionary, never will happen solutions, and their proclivity to hesitate or take the long way around to arrive at a goal. It is very difficult to convince them that one of their idealistic postures is erroneous. They will hold fast to a losing position in a debate and refuse to concede, if it means admitting they are wrong. They complain that they are tired of their woman doing all the talking, trying to tell them what to do, and being so opinionated on issues they believe only pertain to them. It astounds them how fast women think or take action, and they are baffled when they try to explain something that is so crystal clear to them, but appears to confuse their listeners. It is obvious that black men speak and interpret the language and deduce the crux of an issue in an entirely different way than their women, and nearly everyone else. This difference of approach and system of delayed consideration often prevents the black man from getting his ideas across to others. However, this does not necessarily mean that they are wrong, just that because of how he says it, nobody's interested in listening. Methods of communications or use of the language has evolved in one way for the black women and another way for black men. For example, it is possible that many of the misunderstandings between couples occur because they are speaking in two different dialects. Each gender has pre-established certain definitions based on their personal feelings and priorities. They are rarely adjustable between intimate parties. Feminine and masculine perceptions determine what a word means. As long as each sex insists on devising their own definitions of the language, black men and black women will continue to misinterpret each other and become combative when trying to hold a sane conversation. Set definitions must be agreed upon for general topics that you routinely must be discussed in a relationship. These definitions become the rules of the discussion, and each party must communicate within the framework of the wording which both speakers understand. Complicated. Words breathe sounds and musical tones, all the ways to communicate to elicit a response from another person. Sound waves, even English, stimulates the nervous system to react if the brain has been trained to understand the meaning of the sound. European musicians learn how to arrange musical notes and tones to stimulate a chill which seems to pass over the body when music is heard or sang. This chill bump feeling is experienced by the black man when he sings or hears the national anthem or America the Beautiful, both patriotic songs. The black man thinks that chill he experienced means that the words in the music have special spiritual meaning, and thus the chill feeling fills him with great emotion, which he believes is his loyalty. Many regular words have private meanings to him, and he is insulted easily. When called upon, they have a ready list of examples how unfairly they are dealt with in every category of their lives. They demand the right to say anything about any topic they choose, and expound detrimentally on numerous subjects in which they believe their opinions are right. They think everybody else is wrong as hell. Communications is best facilitated by the use of oral words, by the use of oral sounds. Words are the vehicles that transport ideas derived from a particular culture, basically understood by those who speak it. The previously mentioned nonverbal communication also includes body language. The experts say that when a person talks, only 7% of what they say is verbal. 23% is conveyed by body language, 35% by facial expressions, and 35% tone of voice. It is true that all kinds of messages are being sent between black men and black women, mixed messages and fleeting thoughts. English is not considered a complete language anyway. It was meshed out of a blend of words from the British, the Italians, the Swedes, the Germans, the Irish, the Jews, the Dutch, the French, and the Portuguese. More recently, Spanish and Asian words have been included. No parts of the black man's language from Africa are included in any translation of the mother tongue English. For real? See? Ooh, okay, I'm going to end it right there. Now, this puts the black man at another disadvantage due to the total elimination of his ancestral forms of communication. That's going to be the end of Take 15. Just on that. I want you to have a wonderful and blessed rest of the evening. Stay tuned for Take 16 here on Poem Praise 2. Like, subscribe. Any suggestions, email me at poempraise2@yahoo.com. Till then, I'll talk to you later. Later, y'all.